days, and I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides the entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years. A way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients and in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call
You are looking live at Midland High School as we welcome you to high school basketball on the MCTV network as the Midland High Chemics play host to the Dow High Chargers, a doubleheader of girls basketball here tonight. The girls getting ready to play. The boys will play at 7 o'clock. Alongside Tom Bell, my name is Jason Harper, and Tom, this is a rematch of a game back in December where the Dow High Chargers, who are currently ranked 5th in the state, ran away from the Midland High Chemics. Now they've got about another month of action behind them, and we've got the rematch here tonight.
And what have these teams learned in that time that they played earlier? Well, we still know that Dow is an incredibly talented team, and we do know that Midland High is still quite young, but they've got a lot of talent in the lower grades.
Yeah, this Dow High Charger team coming in under Coach Kyle Tyson, 5th in the state, and this is a Dow High Charger team coming in at 10-1. The only loss is to Frankenmuth, and this is a Dow High Charger team that lost to Frankenmuth in overtime. So this is a Dow High Charger team that maybe look back at that and say that, hey, that loss was something that we can build from.
Yeah, and you get lots of relatives saying, oh, this team is undefeated, and it puts a real kind of an albatross on their back that they've got to be undefeated and they don't play real smooth. Now that's off their backs and they can just play good, solid basketball.
Yeah, the Dow High Chargers, as we mentioned, they are loaded with ability. They are loaded with talent. And the Dow High Chargers, as we mentioned in our broadcast back in December, this is a Charger team that has goals to be playing well into March.
Oh, yeah, and these girls are just not satisfied with the way things are now. They're striving to be better, cutting to the basket, shooting from the arc. That was one thing that kind of got them against Frankenmuth, was that their outside shooting and shooting from the free throw line was really a weakness in that game. But Frankenmuth's really, really good also.
We are set for the national anthem and the starters. Let's turn things over to public address announcer Jeff Yoder.
As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
The national anthem before the game, and now here's Jeff Yoder to present our starting lineups. Well, he was going to present the starting lineup, but the Midland High Chemic Pep Band had another idea of playing the fight song before the starters. We don't need no starters, say the Pep Band. We're going to play the fight song. We are getting set for high school basketball here on the MCTV network. Jason Harper, Tom Bell, Director Matt Thomas, and a great crew of volunteers to bring you the action here tonight of the Midland High Chemics and the Dow High Chargers. And now, let's try this again. Here's Jeff Yoder in our starting lineups.
number 1, Abby Carroll. Starting for the Chargers, number 14, Claire Caldwell. Starting for Midland High, number 11, Morgan Williams. Starting for Dow High, number 20, Courtney Fisher. Starting for your Midland High Chemics, number 12, Jay Dawson. Starting for the Chargers, number 22, Kennedy Caldwell. Starting for Midland High, number 15, Renee Mulvaney. And finally for the Dow High Chargers, number 44, Abby Ray. And finally for your Midland High Chemics, number 25, Peyton Palmer. The Chargers are coached by Kyle Tyson, your Chemics by Jeff Tuck.
The starting lineups have been announced to the fans here in attendance here at Midland High, and we are set to go. I still think it's impressive. Abby Geiter has to learn all that different choreography for the Dow High Chargers starters. If Kyle Tyson switches up the starters, she's got to go back and learn brand new choreography. That's impressive.
Well, you know, that's something that high school girls can do. That they've got that ability. Plus, they're such good friends with their teammates that they know it's important for them.
The Dow High Chargers in their, I guess that's almost a black, a dark green black with the gold lettering, Midland High, and their home white uniforms. So the Chargers winning the tip-off, and we are underway with the first of 2 games, doubleheader of high school basketball, and the first foul committed 9 seconds into the contest. That is something both teams have to be aware of, is limit the fouls.
Well, and I think the referees have to let the players know exactly at this point what they're going to be able to get away with, because this is an emotional game.
Chargers inbounding the ball to Abby Ray. She'll work it back out, driving in over to Claire Caldwell, and the first basket of the game for the Dow High Chargers. And the Chargers putting a press on early, and if they steal an attempted shot by Colnitis, and a jump ball is going to be called if we run down the starters. The Dow High Chargers with Alexa Colnitis, Claire Caldwell, Courtney Fisher, Kennedy Caldwell, and Abby Ray. The Caldwell are cousins, not sisters. Midland High Chemics countering with Abby Carroll, Morgan Williams, Jay Dawson, Renee Mulvaney, and Peyton Palmer. It's a very young Midland High team coming in with a 4-7 record. They've got 3 freshmen on the team, one of which is starting. A lot of players getting into new developed roles this year, and the Midland High Chemics will get on the board with Jay Dawson, one of the senior leaders, scoring the first basket for Midland.
Good ball movement by the Chemics.
Chargers will work it inside. Hook shot falls in nicely. The Dow High Chargers reading well.
Well, so far Dow has 1 shot forwards and 2 shots backwards.
Each of the Caldwells with a basket, and Dow High's defense doing the job on this end. And the Chargers will come back the other direction. Just underway with girls basketball on the MCTV network. 3-pointer from the top of the key is off the mark, and the rebound will have a pushing foul during the battle for the rebound. That foul going against the Chargers. Colnitis picking up the foul. Colnitis, one of the seniors, Tom, leading this Dow High Charger team.
Yeah, she's averaging 21 points a game, maybe a little bit more than 21.
Abby Carroll handling the ball for Midland, over to Renee Mulvaney. Both of those, Mulvaney a senior, inside, and well, almost a good defense, but some body contact by Kennedy Caldwell. Again, the Chemics moving the ball well, Tom, if they had the open girl underneath the basket, and it will result in a couple of free throw shots.
Yeah, this is something that we really didn't see the first time that we saw these two teams playing each other at Dow. And Midland's got a couple of real quality looks at the basket.
Morgan Williams on the free throw line for the Chemics. She is a sophomore. Had a big game a couple of games ago against Grand Blanc where she had 11 points, and Williams able to hit both of the free throws to tie this game up. Chargers looking to go inside, and a late whistle as Dow High's Alexa Colnitis went into the basket. And that will send Cole Nidus to the free throw line. The foul called on Dawson, which is quickly her second. So less than 2 minutes into the game, Jay Dawson is going to have to head to the bench. That has been the Achilles heel for Midland High. Dawson has found herself more than one time getting in foul trouble early.
Well, and that I don't think was really Dawson's problem. I think Colnitis hooked her foot around Dawson.
Coming up with a steal, and Colnitis wide open underneath. Can't get the shot to go. Ball on the ground. Chargers will come away with it. Dow High will look to reset with 2 minutes gone in a first quarter battle. Saginaw Valley League basketball on the MCTV network. Colnitis looking to set up the play over to Kennedy Caldwell. Caldwell will launch a three-pointer. No good. Good rebound. Good positioning for the Chargers. And Colnitis able to put it in to give Dow High the lead.
She anticipated the weak side for the putback.
Abby Carroll will feed it out to Sydney Miller, who checked in for Jay Dawson just a few moments ago. Now Williams will drive into the paint. Nice read by Morgan Williams. Can't get the shot to go. Sydney Miller with the rebound, and Miller will go to the free throw line for Midland. Lots of whistles early on in the game, and that is something, Tom, that the players will have to adjust to as the game progresses.
Yeah, because I think Dow's got a little deeper bench than Midland right now, but yeah, they've got to really watch how physical they're going to be.
Sydney Miller on the free throw line, one of four seniors on this Midland High Kimmick team. And she is one of two to cut the game within one. 6-5 Dow, 5:25 to go here in the first quarter. Looking for a three-pointer and launching it. Courtney Fisher, the shot no good, but a nice job by Colnitis of getting the rebound, and then Colnitis goes right underneath. Feeds it back out to Caldwell. Feeds it to Colnitis. Three-pointer from the baseline. Shot is no good. Abby Carroll will get the rebound, and a travel call against Carroll. Well, when you're that far away from your own basket, those are the turnovers that you don't want to commit.
Yeah, that would be under the category of unforced turnover.
Alexa Colnitis working the ball for Midland High. Colnitis has it knocked away. Good defense played by Renee Mulvaney. She could be called a defensive specialist. Mulvaney is somebody that has been a role player for years here at Midland High, now more in a starting role, but definitely plays the defensive side very well.
And she's a well-rounded athlete in a number of different sports.
The Kimmick's defense forcing the turnover. Abby Carroll will work the ball over to Mulvaney. Mulvaney feeding it inside, and a foul will be called against the Chargers. Midland High doing a nice job here, Tom, of forcing the ball inside and forcing the Chargers to try to get there to get to the pass and forcing the fouls to be called.
Yeah, and if you can get into the Charger bench, you may end up getting some combinations that aren't as comfortable with each other as their starting five is.
Jenna Butcher will come into the game. She replaces Claire Caldwell, who has two fouls, and the Kimmicks will go to the free throw line again as Peyton Palmer draws the foul on the baseline. Less than 4 minutes into the game, and the Dow High Chargers have committed 5 fouls, so they're going to have to figure out a way to stop Midland defensively without sending the Kimmicks to the free throw line, where Palmer hits her first free throw.
Well, you know, Dow has seen an awful lot of interesting things put against them, trying to slow things down. And foul trouble and free throws made something that I don't think is real common, but it's working for the Chemics tonight.
Palmer hitting both of her free throws. Midland High 5 of 6 from the free throw line so far here in the first quarter. Midland has their first lead against Dow High this season. Midland up 7-0. Underneath the basket, count it. Nice job there by Jenna Butcher. She comes in and she gets the bucket underneath. And again, the Chargers still showing the press against Midland High. Dow High up by 1, 4:15 to go here in the first quarter. Couple of dribbles by Williams. Hands it off to Caldwell. Caldwell with a pass that Carroll, with a pass that she wishes she could take back as it goes into the hands of Colnitis.
Too bad the ball's not a yo-yo.
Three-point shot, no good by Butcher. Rebound pulled down by the Kimmicks. Glad you could be with us here on the MCTV network, whether you're watching on Charter Communications or UVerse or the many waves that we are streaming tonight's event. Good read inside by Mulvaney, then she feeds it back out to Miller. Miller can't get the shot to go. Rebound by Butcher, who has played well. We're going to have a foul called in the battle for the loose ball. That one is going to go against Palmer.
Well, so far, this is a big surprise. I think people thought that Dow would kind of take control of the game relatively early, but when you're looking at 8-7, I think the Chemics have got to be encouraged.
Ava Kroll checking in for Midland. She's one of the three freshmen that Jeff Tuck looks for big things from, not necessarily this year, but in the years to come. The ball was tipped by Midland, so Dow High will be able to recover and move down court. Kolnitis feeds it out. Three-point shot taken and counted. Jenna Butcher, the junior, has played incredibly well coming off the bench for Dow. Butcher has got 5 points so far. Midland will turn it over, trying to go inside. And Kyle says, let's talk things over. Kyle Tyson taking a timeout with 2:59 to play here in the first quarter. Dow High on top, 11-7. As again, we welcome you to the broadcast here on the MCTV network, streaming in high definition on YouTube as well as Roku devices, Apple TV, now streaming on their Amazon Fire Stick. There are many ways that you can catch the action, so if you're tuning in and you've got a relative out of state that wants to watch a niece or a cousin or play some basketball, it's easy to do so. Just tell them to search us on YouTube or Roku or many other streaming devices.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot. You don't even need to be by a television, because you can also stream us now on your iOS or Android device by going to the Cablecast Community Media app. So you can watch us on your cell phone now.
That's breathtaking.
Kolnitis with a nice read underneath for the Chargers. Split apart the defense, and Kolnitis will get the basket to go.
Now at halftime, just explain to me again what all
Wide
that means.
open underneath, but she traveled.
Yeah.
Could not get the ball down in time. Ava Kroll was all by herself, but she went one way and the ball kind of stayed in the same place.
Yep, you get a chance and you hurry. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go where you want it to.
Since being down by one, Chargers have picked up the pace a little bit. Kolnitis, however, being double-teamed. Nice defense by Kroll, and that will result in the turnover. Kroll's now got it from Midland, looking to go the distance, and now she'll work it back out. Carroll thought about the three-pointer. Go from the elbow, and a nice shot by the junior. Abby Carroll with the bucket. 13-9, 2:10 to go here in the first quarter. Butcher, three-pointer, no good. Midland will pull down the rebound. That time it was Peyton Palmer in the right spot. A little bit of a numbers advantage for Midland. Nice read by Williams. Doesn't get the foul call, but a nice drive towards the baseline, and Dow will come back the other direction. Reading it inside to Courtney Fisher, and Fisher will go to the free throw line. Courtney Fisher, one of those players for the Dow High Chargers that just does good when she is on the court. She's fun to watch. And what I've noticed early in this game is that we know that Dow can run, but Midland's doing a good job defensively getting back and matching up, so that Dow is not getting any really easy layups on their fast break. Fisher getting both of the free throws to fall through. It is 15-9 in favor of Dow, and a foul committed. That may have been Kolnitis. We'll see who they give it to, and it was Kolnitis that picks up the foul for the Chargers. That is the second one on Alexa. Great student sections that we'll talk about during the course of the contest here tonight. Abby Carroll across the midcourt line finds Kroll wide open. Kroll can't get the shot to go, but Carroll's going to pull down the rebound. Three-pointer, but she traveled first. She took a jump Jeff Tuck wanting a explanation You just gave it, Tom.
I just don't see a lot of referees enforcing that. That you see some real sloppy footwork before a player into their shot. And yeah, jumped before the release. And came down before the release.
Butcher has the ball knocked away, but recovered by Lauren Van Sumeren, who has checked into the game. She's just a sophomore for the diehard Chargers on the baseline, almost stolen away. Ava Kroll's playing very tough defense, but there's a nice job there by Abby Ray, who has been relatively quiet this game, but Ray is able to move in, spread apart Midland High's defense, and Ray gets her first basket of the game. 17-9, Dow High leading under a minute to go in the first quarter. Morgan Williams for Midland, and it's going to be called for the offensive foul. She pushed off, and that will go as a turnover.
Yeah, and that's a frustration that you're trying to create some space. Earlier, she was able to drive, and Dow has made some adjustments, and she was just frustrated.
Cole Knightiff off the mark on the three-pointer. Again, good defense being played by Midland High. It's been a defensive for the most part here in the first quarter. Midland High reads it inside, looking for Sydney Miller. Count the bucket. Nice pass, nice bucket. Miller getting the basket. It's a 6-point game, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. And Cole Knightiff, did she be out? She carried. Waited to find out if we had a foul or a turnover. It doesn't happen, but Cole Knightiff turns over the ball.
Well, sometimes you're trying to advance that one dribble a little far and you go under the ball. It happens even with the pros.
Morgan Williams trying to dribble it across midcourt. 9 seconds to go. Clock down to 6. Williams takes a couple of dribbles down to 5. Williams has got plenty of time. Abby Carroll from the free throw line can't get the shot to go. And the first quarter comes to an end here at Midland High with the Dow High Chargers on top of the Chemics 17-11. If you take a look at the Chemics student section, they're fired up a little bit, Tom, and they should be. That was a fun, entertaining first quarter.
It was.
And there's the Dow High student section. Nominated for the MHSAA student section of the year happens to be the Dow High Chargers. And they are making some noise here tonight as the coaches do what they're designed to do. And for the Midland High Chemics, Jeff Tuck has to be very pleased with what he saw in the first quarter.
Yes, I think that Midland High has done a nice job eluding pressure on that full court press. They struggled so much in the first game that Midland High was just throwing the ball into an area, Dow would snag it and go in for a layup. So yeah, this game is aggressive, it's fast, and you can see how Midland has grown. And right now they've kind of frustrated Dow a bit. Maybe Dow came in thinking it was going to be just as easy a game as the first one in December.
Now the Dow High Chargers at one time ranked number 1 in the state. They have dropped down to number 5. Not anything that really, the polls in a high school sport is very, very subject to say the least, because you get, it's not like a college or a pro where everybody watches everybody. You don't get that opportunity in high school.
Right.
But it's still, you want to be in the top 10. You want to be number 1. You want to get the recognition that goes with that.
And sometimes you'd like to see a poll from the referees, because the referees can watch a game and they know the good players, or at least have them as part of
in the area. But again, you can't, just like the media in the Tri-Cities can't tell you who the good players in the UP are, neither can the officials, and that's the problem with the rating system.
True, absolutely.
Second quarter underway, three-pointer, but she traveled first. The shot by Claire Caldwell will not count. Both of these teams, and again, it may be the way the game is officiated, both of these teams are having some difficulty getting their feet set correctly.
Well, and right now, I'm not seeing a lot of flow into the game.
A good idea, but a good read defensively by Jenna Butcher, who was able to step in and come away with it.
Butcher was closer to the pass. Nice job.
Kolnitis got a read on Kroll and made the freshman pay. If Kolnitis able to get the layup in, it is 19-11. Dow High leading, 6:50 to go. Mulvaney was all by herself. She's going to look to go coast to coast. Now she'll pull it out. Thought about the three-pointer. Did Dalton DeBoer, another freshman that has checked into the game for the first time. Carroll tried to make the save, could not do it, and the Chargers will come back the other direction.
That was actually a nice save. Carroll knew exactly where she was on the court.
Jenna Butcher, no good. Followed the ball nicely, but it's Renee Mulvaney that will pull down the rebound. Now DeBoer with a pass over to Kroll. Contact, and a charge will be called against Kroll. Ava Kroll, Dalton DeBoer, and Peyton Palmer, they are the three freshmen that had a very successful middle school career, but the level of play between a 8th grade game and a varsity basketball game is immensely different.
Yeah. I'm wondering about that call. I thought it was a foul on Ray, but...
All by herself underneath, Kennedy Caldwell will put the bucket in. Chargers have their biggest lead of the game, first double-digit lead for Dow High early in the second quarter, and a travel is going to be called. Good defense that time. Abby Ray standing her ground, not letting anybody get through.
Yeah, I think Dow is bringing their press a little closer to half court. Not right at half court, but they brought it out about 10 to 12 feet.
Timeout called by Jeff Tuck with 5:54 to go here in the second quarter of play. 21-11 in favor of the Dow High Chargers. If there you take a look at Kyle Tyson giving his instructions to the Dow High Chargers. Great coaching matchup. Jeff Tuck is only in his second year here at Midland High. Kyle Tyson quickly getting a reputation for being one of the best girls basketball coaches in the state. And it's a good matchup of coaching minds.
And they both have a long-range vision, too. You know, it's not so much running these itty-bitty little plays and thinking you're a good coach. They're looking at the program. They're looking at building the confidence and skills of their players.
Three-pointer by Caldwell, and counted. Claire Caldwell, the sophomore, left open for the three. 24-11. 5:40 to go. Abby Carroll looks to go the distance. Can't do it. Sydney Miller, the putback, and count the basket.
She's been tough underneath the boards.
Have Sydney Miller so far tonight having a very good game for the Midland High Chemics, and a turnover underneath will have Midland come back the other direction.
I think Miller has 4 or 5.
5 points for
5
Miller.
Points.
Abby Carroll, oh, nothing called. That's a 2-point takedown if we had a mat, and they end up calling a travel. I'm not sure about that one. I mean, Courtney Fisher had pretty good form with the suplex, but I'm not sure that.
Yeah.
Dow High goes underneath the basket, and there's going to be a reach-in foul called against Miller, who isn't sure what exactly she did, but as a result, it will send Dow High to the free throw line. It's a 1-and-1 situation. Both teams are in the bonus, so Dow High will have Kennedy Caldwell on the free throw line if the Chemics making a couple of substitutions. Kendall Winslow will check in for the first time for Midland High, replacing Miller, who has 2 fouls. Underneath, and Abby Ray will go to the free throw line. Next girl up for Midland, Jay Dawson in foul trouble, and now Sydney Miller in foul trouble, so Kendall Winslow will get her look in the spotlight, but Abby Ray will go to the free throw line. And Winslow quickly picked up her first foul. Abby Ray averages just over 20 points for the Dow High Chargers in her 4th year as a varsity player. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Rebound, Kolnitis working out of the corner. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Chargers will keep possession. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Dow leading 25-13. The first of a doubleheader here on the MCTV network. The boys will play approximately 7 o'clock tonight. Wrapping up a triple bill of sports this week. Underneath, no foul called, and the Chemics, no, won't be the Chemics because Caldwell comes up with a steal. Tries to feed it underneath. Ball is still loose. This time Midland High will come away with it. Deflected away, and a reach-in foul will be called. If you missed the boys hockey game this past Wednesday, that game will be airing over the weekend here on the MCTV network and MPS TV, as well as the rebroadcast of basketball. So lots of opportunities to watch high school athletics here on the MCTV network.
So you saw the sparring down there and thought hockey. So did I.
Midland High, three-point shot. Dalton DeBoer off the mark, and the Chargers, Abby Ray will come back the other direction. Contact made, no foul, out of bounds, and it will be Dow High basketball. As many fouls have been called in this game, it continues to be a physical contest.
Yep, we may find what each bench looks like in the third and fourth quarter of this game.
Chargers will inbound the ball to Cole Knightis. One of the leaders on this Dow High team. Reads the defense, can't get the shot to go, and the battle for the rebound will be a jump ball, possession in favor of Midland.
Well, I was talking to Kyle Tyson and asking him, has there been a high school team in Midland, whether it's Midland or Dow, that's had two players?
Cole Knightis with the steal and the turnover and the bucket. Dow High increases their lead.
Yeah, has two players averaging over 20 points a game on the same squad.
Travel call against DeBoer.
And he followed that up by saying, I don't remember very recently if Dow has had a girls basketball player that has averaged 20 points. And Dow has two girls that are sitting at that threshold right now.
Kyle Tyson takes the timeout for the Dow High Chargers, gives us a chance to let you know that the game being produced by MCTV volunteers and staff. If you'd like to help create coverage of games like this one, sign up for the Media Creator Workshop. You'll learn how to be a producer, create a studio program, use professional video cameras, and edit your video on professional software. Learn how your creation can be made into a podcast, a YouTube video, and be seen streaming worldwide. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to learn more about how you can become an MCTV volunteer. 27-13 in favor of the Dow High Chargers. Chargers at one point trailed by one, and they have overcome that deficit. Tom,
Well,
your thoughts?
Level of intensity and aggressiveness. This game seems closer than the score, but we do know that Dow is kind of a scoring machine. They find ways to score even when things aren't going well.
Like that.
Like that.
A nice job there by Claire Caldwell, getting the bucket to fall through, and then a steal by Abby Ray. Three-point shot, count it. You come up with a steal, you hit three, and Dow High with 5 quick points. That will increase their lead, 32-13, and a timeout called by Jeff Tuck to try to change the momentum, because quickly we've got ourselves a 19-point Dow High lead.
Yeah, and that's just anticipating the pass, looking to steal. And you're looking at Tuck trying to settle his players. You know, they've played really well up to this point, but now you're giving Dow an awful lot of encouragement, and Midland High is getting a little more doubt.
And we had a really good conversation with Jeff Tuck earlier today, where he was talking about, you know, the fact that for the Midland High Chemics, you want to be competitive. You want to make Dow High earn everything that they get.
Yes, and I think up to now, I think we could say for the most part, yes, they've done that.
3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Midland High's Peyton Palmer getting it across the midcourt, but being double teamed quickly, and a pushing foul will be called against the Chargers. It'll be a bonus situation, so Palmer will go to the free throw line, but that is the third foul on Colnitis. One has got to wonder if Kyle Tyson decides to keep Colnitis in or not. For the time being, that appears to be the case as Peyton Palmer goes to the free throw line and hits the first half of the 1-and-1.
I think he's got a lot of confidence in her ability to kind of back off now on defense.
Palmer hitting both of the free throws. Midland High has shot very well from the free throw line, only missing one free throw here in the first half. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Chemics. Mulvaney has the ball stripped away. Colnitis knocked it away. And now the Chargers will come back with Kennedy Caldwell. Nice bounce pass. Abby Ray on the baseline, and a foul will be called against Williams.
Yep.
So Abby Ray will go back to the free throw line for the Dow High Chargers. Abby Carroll's going to check back into the game for Midland.
I think that was a pretty smart move. I think that Carroll was giving them a lot of confidence, exploding up through the middle of their press.
The future Lawrence Tech player, Abby Ray, on the free throw line, gets the first free throw to fall through. Second one is no good. Rebound pulled down by Ava Kroll for Midland High. 33-15, 2:50 to go here in the second quarter. Chemics looking to get back some of the jive that they had in the first quarter, but a turnover like that will not help the cause.
No, I think Midland's got to get back to maybe some shorter passes. I think that, and Midland's got to come to the pass, maybe even shorten the pass there.
Abby Ray with the ball for the Dow High Chargers. Picks up the dribble, but wide open underneath. Nobody around Courtney Fisher. And Fisher able to lay it in. Dow High's offense has responded to the earlier pressure from Midland, and they have responded well, reading that defense well. They've got a 20-point lead to the Chargers. Inside of Mulvaney, back out to Williams. Three-pointer, count it.
Nice shot.
Morgan Williams is just a sophomore, and as we talked about, this is a very young Midland High team. And again, the Chargers reading underneath. Fisher was all by herself, and she will be fouled and head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Dow's now starting to slide on the weak side towards the basket, and they're finding them, and that's why this lead has expanded.
But Fisher unable to get the free throw to fall. Midland is going to bring Jade Dawson back into the game for the first time since early on when Dawson got into early foul trouble. Fisher gets the second free throw to fall, but there was a foul in the battle for the rebound, and that foul is going to go against Midland, so Dow's going to have a double bonus situation. This time Abby Ray will be on the free throw line for the Chargers.
Was that on Kroll?
It was on Dawson, which is her third. So Dawson came in and quickly got into foul trouble and will quickly exit.
Yeah.
Not what you want from one of the leaders on this team, even if she is not happy with the foul that was called.
No, I mean, she was trying to be aggressive, and maybe Abby Ray helped her out a little bit by falling.
Mulvaney with the ball for Midland. Feeds it out over to Kroll. Kroll three-pointer. Shot is no good. Battle for the rebound won by Midland. Peyton Palmer will bring it down. The Chemics will look to readjust with 1:35 to go here in the second quarter. Kroll underneath, and she was fouled by Lauren Van Sumeren. And Kyle Tyson wants to talk to Van Sumeren. A little coaching being done as Ava Kroll will go to the free throw line for Midland. Kroll's got good size as she continues to bulk up at high school basketball. I really think Kroll is going to be a player to watch once she gets some size added to her.
Yeah, she handles herself pretty well on the court. She's got good speed. She passes the ball well. I'd like to see her eliminate that one-hand pass, but she does real well on the court.
Jeff Tuck compared Ava as a freshman to a player named Anna.
Yeah.
Nice move underneath by the Dow High Chargers. If they continue to play well offensively, Chargers have a pretty big lead here against Midland High. Last minute of the second quarter. Mulvaney goes in. Nice read to take the shot. Doesn't get it to fall through, and Kennedy Caldwell will get the rebound.
Well, they're still getting some shot opportunities within about 10 feet, but nothing is dropping right now, and the lead's getting wider and wider.
Chargers working the offense without Kolnitis. She is on the bench and a little bit of foul trouble, but when you got moves like that, you don't need your leader, Kennedy Caldwell, able to get the bucket to fall through for the Dow High Chargers. 15 seconds to go, and the three-point shot will be no good because Williams traveled.
Yeah.
41-18 after a competitive first quarter. The Chargers now beginning to show everybody why they are one of the top teams in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, you know, they've kind of forced the action. They've gotten into some foul trouble, but they are making the most.
When you miss a three-pointer, it's nice to have Jenna Butcher waiting underneath, and Butcher grabs the ball, puts it back in, and the Dow High Chargers will go into the locker room with a comfortable lead here tonight. Dow High leading Midland 43-18, and this is Dow High basketball. They're playing the way that the Chargers have played for nearly every game this season.
Right, and you know, they're hitting enough outside shots to keep well ahead of the Chemics. I think the Chemics started out boxing out real well. I mean, they were getting an awful lot of rebounds. Well, as we got closer to halftime, we didn't see as many of those rebounds, and Dow just started to expand the difference this game. Dow's not shooting free throws especially well tonight, but that's something I'm sure Kyle is going to talk about you know, at halftime. And got to stay out of foul trouble. They got Kolnitis, important player. May not play the whole game.
We'll see what happens. A couple of players in foul trouble. We'll talk about that when we return here to Midland High. The Dow High Chargers leading the Chemics 43-18. We are at halftime. You're watching high school basketball on the MCTV network.
MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important.
Well, I
Whether
really
you're an
enjoy
artist,
doing
whether you're a
the
musician,
sports programs. I've been doing
whether you have a
basketball
passion
with
for
Jason for
political
about
ideas
26
or
or
spiritual
7
ideas,
years.
MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Basketball by far. The other sports I don't understand well enough to be able to call. We used to do softball, and that got really long and drawn out, but basketball definitely. Oh, absolutely. The people are wonderful. I mean, there's real camaraderie with everybody's role here. Some people are doing the cameras, some are doing the boards and things like that. But no, it's a lot of fun. Well worth it. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
We're getting sound like fantasy stuff tonight.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative.
I was a
I think the main
7-1
thing is for nonprofit organizations to get word out about services that they offer to the community. And things that they do for their clients and in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public. And that's a big help to the community.
Local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
We are back at Midland High School girls basketball on the MCTV network. The first of two games here tonight. Boys will take the court right around 7 o'clock, but here the girls at center court right now with Dow High leading Midland High 43-18. Chargers being led by Claire Caldwell in the first half. 9 points for Caldwell. Alexa Kolnitis has 8, as does Abby Ray. The Dow High Chargers really spreading out the scoring. They've got 6 players that have definitely made a difference in the first half.
And that's their strength. They've got a lot of girls that they can call upon to make a real impact in the game.
For the Midland High Chemics, their leading scorer happens to be off the bench. Sydney Miller came off the bench. She's got 5 points for Midland High. 4 other Midland High players with 2 points each. But the big story may be foul trouble. Kolnitis has got 3 fouls for the Dow High Chargers, and Midland High's got 3 of their starters with 2 fouls each.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if Kolnitis can avoid that next foul, because the 4th foul will have her sitting for quite a while in this half.
The Chargers with the ball to start the third quarter, but Midland High comes away with a steal. Nice job defensively by Peyton Palmer. They'll work it to Abby Carroll. Carroll thought about the 3. Instead, she'll go baseline. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound by Williams. Goes back out to Carroll. Carroll no place to go, and she'll throw the ball away. Well, for the Midland High Chemics, you had something good going right at the beginning, and then another turnover, and that's kind of been the way that the first half went for the Chemics.
And that's a sign of inexperience. A team that had been playing with each other for a number of years would have had someone filling that spot.
Abby Ray works the baseline for the Chargers, everything but the bucket, and then she pulls the rebound in the direction of Kolnitis. Nice play all the way around by Ray, who launches a 3-pointer. Count it. That is the sign of a good player, Tom, because you took something bad. You missed a layup that you probably should have made, but then you ate in the rebound and you hit a 3-pointer. You make something out of nothing.
Absolutely, and Dow did that a number of times in the first half. When the other team gives you lemons, make lemonade.
And that is a sign of a good team and a well-coached team, Tom, if you got the fact that the Dow High Chargers have a comfortable lead, but they are still hustling. They are still playing. By the way the Dow High players are playing, this could be a 1-point game, and you love to see that as a coach.
Yeah, you're continuing to sharpen skills as you work your way through the season.
Nice read by Mulvaney, but she could not get the bucket to go. Now Kolnitis on the baseline, and she'll be fouled. Mulvaney maybe a little frustrated about missing the layup on the other end. Ends up committing the foul. Chargers to inbound, just underway here in the third quarter of high school basketball on the MCTV network. Drives into the baseline. Abby Ray can't get the shot to go. Rebound pulled down by Ava Kroll.
Yeah, I think Jeff Tuck has started Kroll instead of
Peyton Palmer gets stood up. 3 Dow High Chargers defensively able to come through. Now Konitis will feed it back out to Abby Ray for the Chargers. Thought about the shot with Courtney Fisher. Instead, she goes to Konitis. Wide open underneath, but can't get the shot to go. Caldwell could not capitalize. The ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to give it to the Kimmicks.
Yeah, Jeff Tuck has kind of protected Dawson with Ava Kroll.
Yeah, we did not have that in our stats, but yeah, Jay Dawson, I think, is definitely in foul trouble. 3 fouls for Dawson, and there's some defense being played underneath.
Whoa.
Abby Ray will celebrate that one.
Her timing was excellent. She didn't get a lot off the ground, but boy, her timing was good.
Sydney Miller underneath. Miller getting the bucket to go through. Miller did not start today, but she has played very well for the Midland High Kimmicks. Underneath for the Chargers. The bunny doesn't fall through. Battle for the rebound. Still loose, and we're going to have a jump ball called. 46-20 in favor of the Dow High Chargers. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Chargers still showing the press. This is a Dow High team currently 5th in the state, although everybody makes the postseason. It's not like college football where that number is important. This is, and the basketball districts will be held at Dow High, so the Chargers will have a home court advantage come the first 3 games of the districts. Caldwell feeding over to Abby Ray. Ray goes into the paint, switches direction. She'll be fouled by Carroll.
And I understand the boys are, their districts are here at
Correct.
Midland High. I think they've had them here 3 out of the last 4 years.
And the girls regional final is at Midland High.
Oh, okay.
Free throw shot is good for Abby Ray if Jay Dawson comes back into the game. Abby Ray can shoot the 3-pointer, she can rebound, and she can shoot free throws. And it is a 28-point advantage for the Dow High Chargers here in the third quarter, 4:50 on the clock.
Maybe getting a little fancy there. But, Williams has got talent. No doubt about that.
Carroll comes up with a nice defensive play, stripping the ball away. Carroll comes back the other direction, goes towards the baseline, now feeds it inside. The shot taken by Dawson doesn't go through, and we've got a foul called away from the ball. And Courtney Fisher is asking what exactly she did, but the official says, well, you committed a foul. It happened kind of behind the play, so I'm not sure exactly what happened, but a pushing foul was called nonetheless, and now Kyle Tyson is going to take a timeout with 4:25 to go in the third quarter. Chargers in control over Midland High, 48-20. High school basketball here on the MCTV network. Kyle Tyson got the explanation that maybe not the one that he wanted, but that timeout was all about Kyle getting a explanation on that call.
Well, I saw the reaction. I saw Dawson shoving a player, but the other foul happened earlier. So I thought, what is she doing that for? She's in really tough foul trouble. You don't just choose someone to grab and push. But
Midland High with the basketball. Morgan Williams taking a couple of dribbles for the Chemics, feeds it over to Abby Carroll. Carroll works it back over to Williams, now inside, and a foul will be called as Ava Kroll attempted to go for the layup. That will send Kroll to the free throw line.
I liked how Midland spread the ball, moved it side to side, found Kroll in the middle, and didn't make the shot, but is at the free throw line to get a point or two here.
Courtney Fisher picking up her third foul as Kroll gets the free throw to fall through. Second shot is good as well. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Chargers working, looking for a three-point shot taken by Caldwell is no good. Out of bounds, Chargers will keep possession. Nice read on that inbound pass, and Caldwell in the perfect position. Claire Caldwell getting the bucket in, but that one was a good read by the inbound pass. Chargers have got a lot of things going positive if you're Kyle Tyson. And as obviously we talk about it, Kyle Tyson has said numerous times that, the Chargers don't, they're not looking ahead any further than their next contest. If the Chemics turn the ball over, they don't want to look ahead. They're not looking ahead. But this is a Dow High Charger team that realistically knows that they could be making a trip to East Lansing come March.
And they knew all through the summer that they had that in mind, and they've worked for this. But it's one step at a time.
I believe that may have been Dawson who just picked up her fourth, and it is.
It is her fourth.
So Jay Dawson will head to the bench. Sydney Miller checking back in. Now, sometimes as a ball player, you've got games that you can look back at and smile, and other times you've got games that you would like to forget. The fact that Jay Dawson has played about a total of 90 seconds tonight, maybe a little bit more than that, kind of puts that category in of a game she may want to have back.
Yeah, well, she's played aggressively. She's had a couple of times that she's gotten called for a foul that might not have been the smartest play that she could have made, but aggressive player. She's in the moment.
Williams with the ball for Midland High. Williams will make a nice pass, but not to anybody on the court.
That would have been the sixth player, the lady with the white parka, I think.
She was open too.
She was, but I don't think she was ready to shoot.
Dow High with a big lead, 2:40 to go, and they're going to call a foul on Fisher that is going to be her fourth. Fisher didn't mean to. She was kind of on top of Carroll, and I don't even know that she was trying to get off of Carroll, but couldn't do it. So Fisher has to head to the bench and foul trouble. That will bring Jenna Butcher back in, and Butcher played incredibly well in the first half off the bench for Dow High. Williams being guarded very closely by a Charger team. Midland does get it across midcourt. Kroll has the ball knocked away. Chargers come up with a turnover, feed it ahead to Kennedy Caldwell. Great pass behind her. Abby Ray could not get the handle on that ball. Down court, Abby Carroll into the paint. Fadeaway shot is no good. Butcher will pull down the rebound for Dow.
Well, they've got Kolnitis back into the game now.
Abby Ray, three-pointer. Spin it around and put it in. And again, the Dow High Chargers continuing to increase their lead. A 31-point advantage for the Chargers under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Baseline, and Sydney Miller will go to the free throw line.
Yep, I think that was a good calculated drive to the basket. It forced Dow to do something. They could have stepped back and allowed her to go in.
With all the players in foul trouble, Abby Ray is not one of them. That was only the first one that Ray committed. Miller gets the free throw to fall through. Dow High will bring Lauren Van Sumeren back into the game. Van Sumeren, just a sophomore, comes from a very athletic family. Both free throws fall through for Miller. 1:35 to go in the third quarter, all by herself. Jenna Butcher, the junior, able to lay it in for the Dow High Chargers.
And Kolnitis set that up. She looked right and then just zeroed in the pass along the baseline.
Kolnitis, everything but the bucket. And then she looks to play aggressive defense. Chargers still playing hard, and as Coach Kyle Tyson, that is what you want to see, because as you mentioned earlier, Tom, you've got a chance to always improve, always work on things, and that's what Tyson is expecting from the Dow High Chargers. Miller can't get the shot to go. Good defense played by Abby Ray for the Chargers. Van Sumeren, they're going to call the travel. It was a clean block. And then so it'll be a travel called. And the Midland High Chemics will have the ball. Actually, they're going to say it's Dow High ball.
Okay.
Must have went out of bounds on Midland. Lindsey Hart, by the way, have checked in for the Dow High Chargers, and a foul committed against the Chemics during the inbound pass. 49 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Kolnitis will feed it back out over to Hart. Now Kolnitis launches a long three-pointer. Shot is no good. Chemics will pull down the rebound. We're starting to see some of the reserve players come in for the Dow High Chargers. Bounce pass looking inside. Do you have a jump ball or a travel? We've got a foul.
A foul, okay.
Butcher picking up the foul.
Is that her?
I believe that's only the first one.
Oh, I'm sorry, okay.
Inside, Sydney Miller can't get the shot to fall through. And we've got a foul called in the battle for the rebound. Butcher picking up back-to-back fouls. Chemics will inbound. Ava Kroll tried to bounce pass inside, but Jenna Butcher right there to come up with the basketball. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kolnitis will feed it over to Caldwell. Caldwell will be fouled.
She was running the gauntlet through the middle. Take your pick.
Nice drive there. And Claire Caldwell will go to the free throw line. She's third in scoring for the Dow High Chargers, averages right about 10 points per game. And Caldwell gets the free throw to fall through. Estelle Wise will check in, a sophomore for the Dow High Chargers. So I think Abby Ray, Alexa Kolnitis may be enjoying the fourth quarter from the sidelines as Caldwell able to hit both of the free throws. Final seconds of the third quarter. Three-point shot taken by Dalton DeBoer. That does not fall through. Rebound by the Chargers, and the third quarter comes to an end with Dow High comfortably leading Midland 57-24 here tonight, if we continue to see what makes the Dow High Chargers one of the top teams in the state.
Well, you know, I still think that Midland High is actually playing much better than they did in December. I mean, they kind of folded up in that game. Their girls were really young, kind of shell-shocked, but I've been impressed with how they've kind of stayed in it. Their shots just aren't dropping.
MCTV Sports on the MCTV network, and you can catch replays of MCTV Sports, whether it be on the MPF channel, on YouTube, on Roku TV, Fire Stick, Apple TV. A lot of ways that you can catch the action. You can even download the app on your cell phone and watch coverage of MCTV. And of course, if you'd like to become an MCTV volunteer, 837-3474 is the number to call to find out everything about how to become an MCTV volunteer. Matt 1, Matt 2, and Chris will be down there to help you figure everything out.
Do the Matts have last names?
They do.
They do?
Yep.
The same?
Matt 1 and Matt 2.
Matt 2,
Yeah.
okay.
Matt Richardson, Matt Thomas. And Alexa Cole-Nidis getting the steal and the layup for the Dow High Chargers. Matt 1, by the way, has been on vacation all week, making Matt 2 do a lot of extra work.
So Matt 1, what did he win? Did he on vacation?
A lot of time to himself in the confines of his house. A lot of trips from the bedroom back to the kitchen, back to the bedroom. A lot of quality alone time is what he has this week.
Wow. He is quite the man.
I don't think he wants the alone time.
Okay. All right. I got you.
59-24, the Dow High Chargers leading over the Midland High Chemics here tonight. And you take a look briefly, there's the Dow High student section. Possibly an award-winning student section. They're quiet right now, but I've got a hunch that in the boys' game, they're going to be making a lot of noise. Medical night seems to be the theme for the Dow High Chargers.
It looked like they've brought in reinforcements, too.
(59-24). Dow High Chargers inbounding the ball after the timeout. Chemics are in the bonus. Chargers may be after the next foul that is called. Looking to go underneath. Jenna Butcher, nice move, can't get the shot to go. Good rebound and the putback by Caldwell. Nicely done job is what I meant to say. Caldwell continues to have a strong game underneath. Sydney Miller will draw the foul and she'll go to the free throw line. Miller has also played well for the Midland High Chemics.
She has. She's been very aggressive going to the basket. That's important in this day and age. They've got to draw fouls, get some opportunities to hit some free throws.
A lot of substitutions coming in. Abby Carroll re-enters the game, as does Kendall Rinsel. And the Chargers bringing in a lot of new faces into the contest. Courtney Fisher will come back in. Kennedy Caldwell comes back in. Miller missing the second of the free throws, and Lindsey Hart will pull down the rebound for Dow High. Working ahead to Abby Ray, can't get the bucket to fall through. Rebound by the Chemics. Midland to come back in the opposite direction. Sydney Miller had to pick up her dribble. Dow continues to play strong defense. Midland looking to break the press down court. 3-point, count it, as Peyton Palmer, the freshman for Midland High, drains the three. You like to see both teams continue to play competitively, even if the outcome has all but been decided. No matter if you're on the winning or the losing end of the scoreboard, you want to see competitiveness all the way through.
Yeah, and Carroll had a really good pass, and Palmer was very, very deliberate on her shot. Very nice play.
Couple of dribbles taken now by Palmer again. Feeds it over to Wenzel. Wenzel feeds inside, and the foul will end up sending Ava Kroll to the free throw line.
I think that's Abby
Ray committing the foul. She's one of the few Charger players not in foul trouble. One of the players in general, not just Dow High, but she's not in foul trouble.
No, she's not, but I'm surprised she's still in the game.
On the free throw line of Ava Kroll, she has shot very well from the line for the Midland High Chemics. Dow High will bring Lauren Van Sumeren back into the game. Second shot coming up is no good. Battle for the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball called. Possession arrow will be in favor of the Chargers. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the contest. Dow High leading 61-29 over the Midland High Chemics, and all by herself. 3-point shot by Kennedy Caldwell, no good. Midland High comes back the other direction. Abby Carroll working the ball for Midland. Over to Ava Kroll. Kroll has got lots of playing time here tonight. As the freshman, now back to Carroll.
She hasn't scored a lot, but she's played well.
Palmer drives the baseline, but stopped by the Dow High defense. Alexa Cole-Knight looking to go coast to coast the other direction, but she cannot get the shot to go. Everything but the bucket for Cole-Knight. Three-pointer, count it. Good-looking shot there by Kennedy Caldwell, the older of the Caldwell cousins. Kennedy able to get the bucket to fall through, and we've got a offensive foul called against Midland.
Yeah. Little out of control. She really didn't have anywhere to go.
Chargers are going to bring Jenna Butcher back into the game, as well as Lindsey Hart. 64-29, just over 5 minutes to go. Butcher, nice read, goes high off the glass and gets the bucket to fall. I really like the way Jenna Butcher has played tonight.
Yeah, that was nice and clean, up high off the glass. Nice drive.
Looking to go into the paint, now switched around the other direction. Nice read and everything but the bucket. Ava Kroll had a nice drive, and she'll go to the free throw line.
She's got good quickness. She handles the ball well and drives to the basket. I mean, and at 5'11", I think Midland's got something with her.
And she's been shooting very well on the free throw line here tonight. Estelle Weiss will check back in. She's just a sophomore for the Dow High Chargers. Second free throw is no good, but following her shot just the way you're supposed to. And Ava Kroll will get the basket for Midland High. 4.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Butcher looking to feed over. Abby Carroll coming up with the steal for the Chemics. Carroll will pull it out. Kroll works it over, gets the ball back. Quickly goes to Palmer. Palmer over to Carroll on the far side. Keeps it in play in the corner. Works on the baseline before driving it back over to Jay Dawson, who's back in the game. But then the turnover will have the Chargers working the ball the other direction. All by herself underneath, and she can't get the shot to go, but she was fouled hard. Estelle Weiss, or Weiss. Unfortunately, I forgot to ask pronunciations about that. I think it's Weiss.
Weiss?
I believe so.
I would agree.
If it is not, I apologize. That is my error for not checking the pronunciation prior to going on the air. That's a rookie mistake, Tom.
Yeah, rookie.
I won't.
no, you're not.
I'm still learning this whole play-by-play thing.
Every so often, one little minuscule thing, although not knowing a girl's name is not always that minuscule,
right.
But there's so much to know when you go into one of these games.
I will take responsibility for not doing my homework in that case. 3:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Working on the baseline.
That was a nice
Estelle
drive.
will bring down the rebound.
Estelle, okay.
I got the first name.
We're not.
And now she's going to take a three-point shot, and she drains it. She's going to be lights out for the next 3.5 minutes just to make sure that everybody knows that I don't know if it's Weiss or Weiss, but I think it's Weiss.
Weiss, okay.
Abby Carroll working the ball for the Midland High Chemics. 38-point lead for the Dow High Chargers. Three-point shot. Hits the front of the rim. Good rebound by Dawson. The putback doesn't go through, and Lindsey Hart will get the rebound for the Chargers. Ahead to Jenna Butcher all by herself. And Butcher will lay in the shot for the Dow High Chargers.
And Dawson really couldn't foul at that point. That would have been her fifth, but she played shadow defense.
2:50 to go in the contest. Bounce pass and Butcher all by herself again. Good hesitation, and Butcher will get the shot to go. Definitely the sixth person award when it comes to the Dow High Chargers, and Kyle Tyson is going to take a timeout just to get the substitutions into the game. 2:33 to go. The point differential rule now in effect. That is the one thing that, Midland High was kind of hoping would not take place tonight. And, the first quarter, Tom, was very competitive. And then Dow High kind of turned down the burners a little bit and picked up their defensive intensity. And from the second quarter on, it has been all Charger basketball.
And Midland High has struggled to score from about early in the second quarter on, but they've continued to play hard. I mean, they've given Dow an awful lot to have to defend, but scoring has been a little more of a difficulty for them at this stage.
Jay Dawson on the free throw line, the only returning starter, and she saw limited minutes here tonight due to foul trouble, but she does make 1 of 2 on the free throw line. Under 2 minutes to go in the contest. 3-point shot off the mark by Abby Yiter, the senior, into the game for the Chargers. Now Abby Carroll will look to come back, and she'll have the ball knocked away from behind by the Chargers. I'll tell you what, Tom, this Dow High Charger team, when we get into the postseason, they are going to be incredibly fun to watch.
Yeah, and as much as they run, they are in great shape.
Good pass underneath, but unable to get the bucket to go is Weiss, so Midland comes back the other direction. 1:15 to go in the contest. Chargers will come away with the ball on the baseline. Lauren Van Sumeren will send it across midcourt for the Chargers, feeding it over to Weiss, who will go back. Yiter thought about the shot, loses the handle over now for the Dow High Chargers. A long three-pointer taken by Lindsey Hart. That shot is no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Morgan Williams will check in for Midland. Dow High has brought up a couple of junior varsity players that are on the court that we apologize we do not have the names for.
But they're excited to just be playing the game.
Midland has got Anna Murgis into the game as well. She's a freshman that was brought up for the contest here tonight, seeing some playing time here in the final seconds of this girls basketball contest. Dow High will let the seconds run away, and they are going to improve to 11-1 on the season with a victory here tonight over the Midland High Chemics. Now the Dow High Chargers, if you're Kyle Tyson, you got to be pleased with the fact that after the first quarter, which was very competitive, you adjusted. They found out, Midland High threw a few wrinkles into things, did things a little bit different than what maybe Dow High was anticipating, and the Midland High Chemics adjusted very nicely to that situation, and as a result, they came back, and from the second quarter on, it was definitely Dow High Charger basketball.
Yeah, Dow High made their shots. They really didn't get hurt by any kind of half-court or full-court pressure. They just started hitting their shots, and that made this game just expand.
Yeah, exactly that. Alexa Cole-Knight playing very well. Abby Ray playing very well for the Dow High Chargers. And I was really impressed by the play off the bench. Jenna Butcher came in and had a great job and a great game for Dow High.
She played very, very well.
Now the Kimmick Pep Band is getting ready to fire up the home crowd here as we prepare for the boys basketball contest here on the MCTV network. The Dow High Chargers getting the job done. As mentioned, they improved to 11-1 on the season. The Midland High Chemics, meanwhile, dropping down to 4-8. And again, as mentioned, I am definitely looking forward to see just how far the Dow High Charger girls can keep playing here in the postseason.
Yeah, they should go a long way. They just have to make sure that they work hard, they keep their heads screwed on, and they don't read their newspaper clippings.
It's been a fun girls game. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back at approximately 15 minutes for the boys basketball game here on the MCTV network. The final game for the girls, the Dow High Chargers 74, Midland High 33. You have been watching high school basketball on MCTV.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years. A way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be produced and sent out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients and in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years, a way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually be
You are looking live at a red-hot Midland High gym. Both student sections in full force. We are jam-packed and ready for high school basketball on the MCTV network as the Midland High Chemics play host to the H.H. Dow High Chargers here tonight in a rematch from a 5-point battle back in December, a game that saw the Dow High Chargers come away with the win. Here tonight, the Midland High Chemics looking for redemption against the Dow High Chargers. Meanwhile, the Chargers looking to continue their streak against Dow High. MCTV and the MPS network, glad to be with you for the action. Alongside Tom Bell, my name is Jason Harper, and this one should be all kinds of fun here tonight. We are right behind the Charger student section, so we know that we are going to be having a good time all night long.
At least we're going to have a battle, you know, just to be heard right here. But yeah, they're in a big contest between Traverse City West and Buchanan. Those are the other two schools, and they will announce the winner of the student section contest in mid-February, I believe.
Yeah, that's the Battle of the Fans competition that the MHSAA does on a regular basis. But not to be outdone, the Midland High Chemics have brought their student section to their home gym as well. But let's talk about basketball here tonight. The Midland High Chemics coming in with an even 5-5 record. This is a Chemic team that Eric Krause says continues to get better, but still is not playing at the level that Eric Krause wants them to play at.
Right, and he has tweaked a little bit of his defense, of all things. He's got his team playing more smoothly and with more confidence on the defensive end. So that part, he's got his team in sync and ready to go against the Chargers tonight.
On the other side, the Dow High Chargers under Coach Mark Dickerson coming in with a 2-7 record, but as mentioned, one of those 2 wins happens to be against the Midland High Chemics. They want to make it 2 in a row against their crosstown rivals. We should have all kinds of fun once the basketball starts, but right now we are going to turn things over to the public address announcer, Jeff Yoder, for a very special recognition before the start of tonight's contest. So here is our PA announcer, Jeff Yoder.
For tonight's varsity Saginaw Valley League contest between the visiting Chargers of Dow High and your Midland High Chemics. Ladies and gentlemen, the Great Lakes Bay Veterans Coalition is here tonight to present a garrison-sized U.S. flag. Others assisting with presenting the flag this evening are students from the Midland Young Life Group, coolies from the local Marine Corps Recruiting Office, Midland High School graduates who are currently serving our nation, and other patriotic game attendees. Please, ladies and gentlemen, rise and join us in honoring America as the Midland High School Pep Band performs our national anthem.
Veterans and law enforcement, one step back. Present
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 97th birthday of one of the oldest World War II veterans living here in Midland County. Max Oswald served in the U.S. Army near the end of World War II. Notable events included his serving as part of the Honor Guard along the funeral procession route for President Roosevelt in Washington, D.C. Post-invasion on Okinawa and occupation in Korea at the end of the war. Max worked for Dow Chemical before and after the war, earning a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Michigan State University on the GI Bill when he returned from his service. Max was married to his wife Jessie for 73 years. Before her passing, they raised 3 children. Max was unable to join us tonight, but he joins us on FaceTime. Please, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give Max a round of applause on his 97th birthday.
A great presentation honoring the oldest World War II veteran in Midland County, Max Oswald, who was watching the presentation via FaceTime, and a great presentation featuring the Midland High Chemic alumni who are currently serving or have served in the U.S. military, and a great way to honor those individuals prior to the contest here tonight. Let's go back to Jeff Yoder and meet the starters for tonight's game.
Starting for your Midland High Chemics, number 4, Colin Hunnam. Starting for the Chargers, number 4, Danny Sapati. Starting for Midland High, number 10, Abe Hunnam. Starting for the Dow High Chargers, number 24, Tolawani Ocean. Chemics, number 23, Denny Turner. Starting for the Chargers, number 30, Nick Bond. Starting for Midland High, number 24, Jason Davenport. And finally for the Dow High Chargers, number 34, Nolan Fisher. And finally for your Midland High Chemics, number 30, Drew Berry. The Chargers are coached by Mark Dickerson, your Chemics by Eric Krause.
The starting lineups, and we are set to go with high school basketball here on the MCTV network. Jason Harper, Tom Bow, our statistician right out of the eyesight of the camera, John Van Holstein, bringing you the action of high school basketball. The Midland High Chemics and the Dow High Chargers. The Chemics student section is getting fired up. We have got a huge crowd on hand to watch this matchup here tonight. It'll be very interesting to see the difference between when they met in early December and now that they're meeting in late January, the difference that we are going to see from these two teams.
And I think what we're going to see is Dow's going to shoot a little bit better. Midland High is going to shoot a little bit better than they did in December.
The Dow High Chargers wearing their green and gold uniforms. Midland High in their home white uniforms. Chargers winning the toss. Dow High with the ball to start things off. Jonah Don, Danny Safadi, Tolu Ocean, Nick Bond, and Nolan Fisher are the five on the floor for Mark Dickerson. And it's Ocean that takes the first shot of the game and count it in. Tolu Ocean, he is 6'7", he is a senior, and he scores the first basket for the Chargers. Midland High answering, Colin Haddad, Abe Haddad, Danny Turberg, Jason Davenport, and Drew Berry are the five on the floor for the Midland High Chemics. Davenport was wide open, didn't see him, but Abe Haddad says, that's okay. I've got it from the top of the key. And the younger of the Haddads, Abe, able to get the three-pointer to give Midland an early lead. Chargers working the basketball in front of the Midland High bench. Couple of dribbles by Nick Bond. He will drive into the paint. Bond can't get the shot to go. Battle for the rebound on the floor. Still loose. Everybody fighting for it. And I think the Chargers got a timeout called. Maybe a foul before that. It looks like we're going to have a foul before the timeout. Chargers did a pretty good job of trying to get that timeout, but just a little bit too late. Mark Dickerson says, I thought we called the timeout. Jason Davenport working the ball. Now goes inside to Drew Berry inside the paint. They can't get the shot to go. Rebound pulled down by Safadi. He's a junior on this Dow High team. Nick Bond now working the basketball inside to Ocean. Tolu Ocean has the ball stripped away. Drew Berry comes up with a nice defensive play for the Midland High Chemics. Davenport working the baseline, goes up strong. Davenport will get the bucket for the Chemics. Midland High with an early three-point lead. We're about 2 minutes into this contest. Nick Bond, long three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Safadi. Safadi working the baseline, and he cannot get the bunny to fall through. Drew Berry will pull down the rebound. Working over to the far side. Couple of dribbles by Colin Haddad. Hands it over to Abe, and the three-pointer's no good, out of bounds, and it will be Dow High basketball. Pretty good action, great atmosphere. We're having fun as we've got boys basketball here on the MCTV network.
Yep, we've got the best these high schools have in basketball talent, and they're playing hard. They just haven't been able to put a lot of points on the board yet.
Three-pointer taken by Nick Bond is no good. Chemics will pull down the rebound. Midland, Eric Krause wants Midland to pick up the pace a little bit. Davenport will work it to Drew Berry. Three-point shot off the mark. Rebound by Midland, and a foul is going to be called on Ocean. Drew Berry will be a Husky next year. Right now, he's a Kimmick, and he's the leader of this Midland High team.
Yeah, and he'll probably be a 2 guard. I don't know. Maybe they might have him as a 3, but good shooter.
Right in front of the Dow High student section, Drew Berry able to get the 3-pointer to fall through. Midland High leading 8-2, just over 5 minutes gone, or 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Tolu Oshun in the paint. Will work it back out over to Danny Safadi. Safadi will go back to Nick Bond. Bond takes a couple of dribbles, feeds it over to Jonah Don. Don is a senior, loses the handle on the dribble. Berry coming up with a steal, coast to coast, and called with a charge. Berry wanted the foul, opted not to pass, called with a charge.
See, I don't think he plowed into him. I think that it was more of a graze across. I mean, I think that's a play on.
Midland High putting defensive pressure as Jonah Don tries to bring the ball across midcourt. Don will feed it over to Safadi. Safadi back to Don near the Midland High bench. Couple of dribbles, picks up the dribble, but bailing out is Nick Bond. Bond takes a couple of dribbles. Midland playing great defense, not giving the Chargers any kind of an opportunity. Dow High tries to go inside. Great reach in. That is great defense by the Midland High Kimmicks. Danny Turberg forcing the jump ball.
Yeah, good aggressive play. They double teamed. Fisher could not get the ball out of congestion. Good play by Danny.
6-point Midland High lead. Kimmicks coming off a tough loss to Saginaw. As Berry can't get the shot to go, but Turberg right there in perfect position for the rebound, and the senior will put the basket in. This past Tuesday, Midland High nearly erased a 15-point deficit. Came back, lost to Saginaw at the very end as the Dow High Chargers respond. Danny Safadi getting the shot in for the Chargers.
Yeah, the Kimmicks almost caught the Trojans.
Davenport got a beat on his defender, and Davenport able to lay it in. 12-4, Midland with the lead, 3.5 minutes to go. Tolu Oshun was open, but he shuffled his feet prior to being fouled, and the turnover, I thought maybe Mark Dickerson would be calling a timeout. Instead, he brings Oshun out to calm down the senior a little bit. First substitution of the contest brings Ryan Murphy into the game. Underneath, Turberg gets the bucket to fall through. Kimmicks playing well on both ends of the floor, and Midland High with a 10-point lead. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Thought about the three, decides against it. Chargers will work the baseline, and a foul called. That will be on the floor. Turberg picking up the foul. Each team has committed 2 fouls early on in the contest. Murphy working the ball now for the Chargers. Murphy feeds it inside to Safadi, nowhere to go. Feeds it out to Nick Bond. 3-pointer is off the mark, and Drew Berry will have the rebound for Midland. Quickly ahead to Abe Haddad. Great hesitation, but the Chargers coming up with a defense. Fisher blocking the ball. Now it's on the ground. Everybody fighting for it. Davenport will come away with it for Midland, and a timeout called by Eric Krause. And right now, Tom, the Midland High Kimmicks are fired up. Eric Krause is fired up, and the Kimmicks have a 10-point lead.
Yeah, I thought Eric was going to come out of his sweater on that one. But, Midland High is really playing with a lot of confidence. Any shot that goes long, they got somebody on the weak side to put it in. Dow's much more tentative. They're playing a little more mechanically on offense, and score showing that right now.
Well, Eric Krause, and granted I watch a lot of Midland High basketball games. Krause is one of my favorite coaches to watch. He is very animated, he is very intense, and he is also very, very good at motivating his players, and we see that year in and year out, and this year is no different.
Yeah, he excited, not just at the jump ball, but how they battled for it.
2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 14-4. Midland High feeding the ball to Colin Haddad. Haddad into the paint, nowhere to go, gives it to Drew Barry. Barry thought about the three, nearly passed it away, recovered by Abe Haddad. He's got no place to go. Chargers picking up their defense intensity a little bit after the timeout. Mark Dickerson, a little bit of a different coaching style. Jason Davenport gets the layup to go in. Mark a little more laid back, a little more subdued, but also when it comes to X's and O's, very few know them as well as Mark Dickerson does.
Yeah, he's quite the teacher.
Couple of dribbles by Dow High. Danny Safadi, no place to go. Now to Jonah Don. Don launches the three-pointer. The shot no good. Colin Haddad will come away with the rebound.
Well, not exactly the way that Mark Dickerson wanted to see this game begin, but Midland's really having a lot of fun.
Fadeaway shot by Davenport, but it gets stuck in the rim, and that will create a change of possession. And then somebody's got to jump up and get the ball.
Do we have any takers?
Well, it doesn't look like it. Tofu's going to do it. There we go.
Yeah.
When in doubt, you get the 6'7" individual to come through.
And it's an unknown rule, but that's worth a point, you know.
It should be. At least a half a point.
Unknown rule, yeah.
Jason Davenport off to a tremendous start this game for the Midland High Chemics. And as mentioned, the Chemic team, you know, Dow High principal Ted Davis and athletic director John Streeter were standing right there. Davis has got, an athletic family. You would have thought that he would have jumped up there.
Well, the two of them together could have gotten up there.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't want to show off. I'm guessing that's it.
Maybe, yeah.
Chargers working the basketball. Danny Safadi gets by his defender momentarily, but Gabe Sokol, the senior coming off the bench for Midland, coming up with a huge block. Sokol has been a starter in the past this season, comes off the bench, comes up big. Fadeaway shot taken by Colin Haddad is no good. Sokol's there for the putback. That doesn't fall through, and Jonah Don will get the rebound. On the other end, Chargers, couple of dribbles by Don, have no place to go. Feeds it to Ryan Murphy. Three-point shot off the mark. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Davenport working out to Drew Barry, three-pointer. That shot is no good. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds. It will be Dow basketball.
Yeah, right now you're not seeing a lot of flow on the Dow High's offensive side of the court. Midland High is just electric.
Chargers working for a three-pointer. Ryan Murphy does not get the friendly bounce from the Chemic rim. Midland will come down playing for the final shot. 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Davenport will feed it over. Colin Haddad takes a couple of dribbles into the paint. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound by Dow High. Murphy with the ball. Final seconds will expire. And the first quarter coming to an end with a strong showing by the Midland High Chemics as Midland on top of Dow High 16-4 at the end of the first quarter. You're watching the crosstown rivalry of the Chemic student section. Fired up. Charger student section looking to motivate their fans as well. And you're watching the crosstown rivalry here on the MCTV network. The show can be found on Charter Spectrum channels 188 to 191, also on AT&T UVerse, and the game also available in beautiful high definition. We are streaming on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. We're available on YouTube. You can download the app, watch us on your cell phone, and if you tell you what, that's the Cablecast Community Media app. You can download it in the Play Store, download it on your iPhone, and you can watch every program that MCTV does on the go. Doesn't get any better than that. I'm not sure your flip phone will be able to handle that. But
my flip phone was put to bed.
Was it?
I now have a
smartphone?
Regular smartphone, yeah.
Oh.
I had trouble answering it this afternoon. I kept pushing the wrong button, but other than that, hey, I'm there.
That's right. Watch out. Tom Bell has entered 2005, so there's no stopping. I had my own cell phone trouble. Put back by Drew Berry doesn't go through. My phone decided to die about 10 o'clock last night, and so today was spent trying to get that repaired. Ended up getting a new phone. None of my contacts were able to be reverted back onto my phone, so now nobody will be able to get hold of me. That may not be a bad thing, though.
For a while, yeah. Give you some serenity.
Exactly. Down high with the bucket, basket by Nolan Fisher. Josh Hoffmeister entered the game with a beautiful pass, and Fisher able to finish the job for the Dow High Chargers. 10-point lead for Midland, just underway in the second quarter. Dom Kraus is in the game for the first time, but his three-pointer takes a bounce that goes up and over. Dominic, the youngest son of Midland High coach Eric Kraus. Midland putting some defensive pressure on as the Chargers go cross court. Danny Safadi working with the ball. Over to Ryan Murphy. Murphy, a senior on the Dow High Charger team. Tried to feed it inside. Sokol's going to knock it down. Drew Berry looks to do the rest. Into the paint. Crosses over beautifully. And Drew Berry with the bucket for the Kimmicks. Berry, I believe, is at 9 and maybe 7 on the night so far. Into the paint, and a blocking foul called. The Chargers will go to the free throw line. Safadi able to draw the foul.
Well, that move by Berry, you could just tell that that's something that he's been taught someplace else. I mean, that's a higher level move. He just owned the defender and just went to his right for a little curl.
Turberg will come back into the game for the Midland High Kimmicks. Safadi, 6-foot junior, on the free throw line for the Chargers. And the second shot does not fall through. 18-6, Kimmicks with the lead. Davenport, his shall be blocked.
He's quick into the middle, isn't he?
Davenport, just a junior on this Midland High Kimmick team. And we've got a foul away from the ball that's going to go against the Kimmicks. Berry is going to be called for the foul. That is the second one. Actually, yeah, it was Danny Turberg, not Berry. So Turberg called with the foul. That's the second one on him. 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Chargers looking to go into the paint. Will now work it back out the other direction. Nolan Fisher, couple of dribbles to Safadi. Safadi into the paint. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Rebound by Berry. Berry thought about the shot. Instead goes back to Davenport. Davenport to Berry. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Murphy. Kimmicks bringing their defense out a little bit against Dow, but Safadi attempting to break it and does. Safadi coming up with the bucket for the Chargers. 4 points on the game for Safadi, who has worked very hard for those 4 points tonight. Kimmicks maintaining a 10-point lead. 5.5 minutes to play in the half. Drew Berry separates the Dow defense. Can't get the shot to go. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. Will be Charger basketball.
A great effort by Turberg. He had to really battle just to get any kind of contact on that. Chargers
working with the basketball. Murphy Takes a couple of dribbles. Tolu Ocean back into the game for a Dow, but they could not find him underneath. Instead, Colin Haddad will bring the ball down for Midland High. Haddad picks up the dribble. Davenport, baseline three-pointer, count it. Jason Davenport continues to have a strong game for the Midland High Chemics. Underneath, Tolu Ocean, no place to go. Safadi, three-pointer, spins around into the paint. Can't get the shot to go through. Battle for the loose ball. Chargers will come up with it. Three-point shot by Safadi, count it. If Safadi can get into a rhythm, the Chargers could quite possibly get back into this game. Right now, Midland has a 10-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go. No place for Haddad to go with the basketball, so he feeds it to Gabe Sokol. Sokol drives in, block charge. A charge is going to be called.
Okay.
Gabe Sokol called with the charge. Drew Berry's going to come back in for Midland. Matt Hebert will check in for the first time as well. (21-11) in favor of the Midland High Chemics. Boys basketball on the MCTV network, wrapping up a busy week. We had hockey on Wednesday, girls earlier tonight. Now boys basketball, all the replays airing all weekend long here on MCTV. Berry into the paint. Offensive foul is going to be called. It was Hebert committing the foul. Pushing the Charger defender out of the way, and that allowed the shot to take, so that was where the charge came.
I see. Okay. All right. Now we're seeing a little bit of man-to-man full court press, trying to create a little more aggressive defense here.
Chargers, Josh Hoffmeister, he's a senior that checked in a little bit ago. He's got the ball in the corner, working the baseline, tried to feed it out, looking for Nick Bond. Chargers will get the ball back, but now Chemics coming up with a steal underneath. A nice job defensively by Colin Haddad, who also gets the timeout called. So Midland will take a timeout with 3:36 on the clock and a 10-point lead for Midland High.
Well, it hasn't been pretty this quarter. I mean, it's been an awful lot of loose balls and stuff like that, but you just have to tip your hat off to how hard both teams are playing. Go ahead.
The MCTV network, your hub for local sports. We mentioned hockey and girls basketball airing this weekend in addition to this contest of the boys. You can watch demands of that game as well as all the games from the fall, volleyball, football. You can re-celebrate homecoming, all of that action on the MCTV network, and you can find out more information on Facebook. Light them up, ride the roller coaster, have some fun. The Dow High student section right below us. I'm sure they're all on Facebook, although that's kind of an older generation thing. Facebook is not the thing for teenagers anymore. I don't know if it's still Snapchat that's popular. I'm a little out of touch, and I'm asking Tom for all people, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something that came. Oh, TikTok. TikTok's very popular.
I was actually going to suggest TikTok, but I thought, nah, that's a little odd, I think.
Three-pointer, count it. Drew Berry, the senior leader for the Midland High Chemics. He's got 8 points for Midland High. Chemics increased their lead 24-11. Just over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Answering the call was John Sajenko, but the senior could not get the shot to go. Pull up, top of the key. That shot taken by Abe Haddad is no good, and the Chargers will get the ball. It is great to see a packed gymnasium watching high school athletics. Sometimes, like Cinderella used to say, you don't know what you had until it's gone. And
yes.
we definitely missed having a full gym watching sporting events.
And it's such a rush for the players to feel that energy when the crowd cheers a good play.
Tofu Ocean will work the ball over to Jonah Don. Don launches the three-pointer, no good, and Drew Berry will pull down the rebound. He's got 5 rebounds on the game for Midland. Jason Davenport unable to capitalize on the three-pointer. Don will pull down the board for the Chargers. Nick Bond, three-pointer, top of the key. Heels off balance, shot is no good. Chargers get the rebound. Turnaround put back by Fisher, and that will fall through. 24-13, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Davenport into the paint. Can't get the friendly bounce. Ocean will get the rebound for the Chargers. All by himself down on the other end. Counts a bucket for John Sajenko.
And all of a sudden, it's 9 points.
Back to a single-digit lead for the Midland High Chemics. Dow trying to get back in there. A couple of defensive stops. Midland may have other ideas, but again, the three-pointer no good. So Dow can trim the deficit a little bit more on this drive. Nick Bond blowing the ball down for Midland. Now Jonah Don working the ball. Couple of dribbles by Fisher. Have an open lane, switches direction, count the basket. Good move by Fisher.
Very nice move.
Left, right, put it in. 6 points for Fisher. Under a minute to go here in the second quarter. Berry will work it out. Haddad with a three-pointer. That attempt no good, and a rebound foul called against Hebert. That will be his second. And with the bonus in place, the Chargers will go to the free throw line.
Well, I think the Chemics have kind of gotten out of what got them there. We're only seeing 1 or 2 passes on an offensive try, and before they were moving the ball a great deal more. It's kind of hurt them here. They're allowing Dow back into the game.
Nick Bond on the free throw line, the leading scorer for the Dow High Chargers, coming off a 25-point game against Bay City Central. And Bond is able to get the first free throw.
Yeah, Bond and Fisher combined for 48 points against Bay City Central in their victory the last game they played.
Second free throw also good. 49 seconds to go in the second quarter, and we have quickly got ourselves a ball game, 24-19. Chargers making a comeback here in the final couple of minutes of the first half. Davenport double team, no place to go. We'll turn it over. Jonah Dodd with a nice pass, leading Bond ahead. Bond cannot get the shot to go. Rebound by Safadi. Safadi takes a couple of dribbles. Now Dodd will work it back over. Chargers may play for the final shot. 20 seconds to go in the half. Bond with a couple of dribbles. Has an open lane. Gets the bucket to fall through. Good read by Bond. Able to get the bucket in, and all of a sudden we've got a 3-point ball game here tonight. Dominic Kraus being double teamed. Midland trying to put a final shot up. We go into halftime, and where we had Midland High having momentum at the end of the first quarter, at halftime, Tom, the momentum has shifted, and it is now in favor of the Dow High Chargers.
And I think Kraus is glad it's halftime. No, Midland was a little too fancy-free, I think, with the big lead, and they were outscored 17-7, 8, something like that. Anyway, yeah, because Midland High was ahead 16-4.
Yeah, the Dow High Chargers making a great comeback, pulling within 3, erasing the double-digit deficit, and making ourselves have a ball game here at halftime. We'll take a quick timeout. Midland High clinging to a 3-point lead. Chemics 24, Chargers 21. You're watching high school basketball on the MCTV network.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients in different ways. And I've done several different shows in that vein. I did a Big Brothers Big Sisters show. I did a Recycle This about recycling when we got curbside recycling started in Michigan, in Midland. So there are many different facets, I think, of information and that you can get out to the public, and that's a big help to the community.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
Well, MCTV has benefited the Midland community because there are a lot of things going on in this town, and a lot of positive things, a lot in entertainment. Where I work at Creative 360, we recently had a series about people who are 80 years old and older and the positive contributions they've made to our community. And while I was filming them, watching these presenters discuss their lives, I learned a lot, and I know the community did too when they saw it on MCTV, and it enhanced our all community just to learn the history of how things came about in this town.
Looking for a new hobby? How would you like to create your own television show? Call Midland Community Television at 837-3474 to sign up for our next orientation studio workshop. You will learn how to use a studio camera, learn how to edit on a computer, or even be the host of your very own TV show. Don't wait, sign up today. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to sign up. Midland Community Television, your community voice.
Well, I can only imagine the benefit to the community is through what you hear on the streets as far as did you see, or there was information that I didn't know about. It would be Midland County Cancer Services, or the police department, or city hall meetings, commission meetings, and so it's the news of the community on television. Midland only has one television station. MCTV is the station for Midland.
Looking for a new adventure? How about an opportunity to volunteer in the community? Then come down to MCTV, Midland Community Television. You can learn how to use a studio camera, run equipment in the control room, or be the host of your own TV show. Call MCTV at 837-3474 to find out how you can become a volunteer producer or access user.
I don't recall the exact details of getting involved, but I know that it was, I had an interest in television. I had an interest in producing programs, and Midland Community Television was a perfect outlet for that, and has been for the last 30 years. A way for somebody to become involved with the production of television programs and saying what you want to say, showing what you want to show, with very few limits on it, and then having that actually
We are back at Midland High School basketball on the MCTV network alongside Tom Bell. I'm Jason Harper. A fun ending to the first half of the Dow High Chargers overcoming a 12-point deficit. They are now down by 3, and you know that both Mark Dickerson and Eric Krause spent the last 10 minutes at halftime making some halftime adjustments to see who can come out here in the third quarter.
You know, and nothing has the potential of making you play flat as a big lead coming out of the gates. And I think Midland High started to play with maybe one pass on a possession. And Dow High just started to gain some momentum with the fact that they were getting rebounds and getting an outlet pass and a good shot underneath. So this game's close. This is down to 3 points.
When they played back in December, Chargers won by 5. Midland with a 3-point lead as we begin the third quarter. Glad you could be with us on the MCTV network. A great crew of staff and volunteers. Tolu Ocean underneath may have hesitated a little bit too much, and as a result, could not get the shot to go through, but unable to control the rebound was Colin Haddad, so the Chargers will come out with the basketball. Working on the baseline, tried to feed it back to Ocean. That doesn't work out. Danny Turberg to Jason Davenport. Davenport loses the handle, blocked briefly. He recovers. Couple of dribbles now by Colin Haddad. Goes into the paint, and Haddad will draw the foul. Colin is the senior. Abe is the junior of the Haddads on the varsity team, and Colin will go to the free throw line. A player that continues to show improvement throughout this entire season.
Yeah, and he really helps them distribute the ball. I think that Krause would like to see his players kind of play a little more under control starting out this third quarter.
Haddad making both of his free throws. 5-point lead for Midland just underway in the third quarter of this crosstown battle. Both of these teams in the same district in boys basketball, a district that will be played here at Midland High. That will be at the end of February. Bounce pass goes inside for the Dow High Chargers. Nolan Fisher works it back out over to Jonah Don. Don will take a couple of dribbles, being guarded closely by Davenport. Now back to Nick Bond. Bond will work it back to Don. Goes inside, and we got a pushing foul underneath against the Kimmicks.
Now in that possession, I had a chance to see Barry played really good defense on Fisher. Just kept him from making that turn to the basket. He made one turn in the second quarter. That was a really nice play, and they've got Barry on him to try to negate that kind of a move.
5-point game, three-pointer off the mark. Maybe a little, I don't know if it was frustration, but maybe a little hesitation would have been better off for the Chargers on that. And that opens the door for the Midland High Kimmicks and Drew Barry to sink a three-pointer. Kimmicks back to a 8-point lead. Their biggest lead was 12. Nick Bond will work for the Dow High Chargers. Can't get the shot to fall through. Davenport down court for the Midland High Kimmicks. He goes baseline, and Davenport will go to the free throw line.
Well, you wonder what Krause's locker room was like. I think that he was probably pretty disappointed after his Kimmicks got such a big lead, 16-4 at one point, and just kind of it dwizzled away, if dwizzled is a word.
Davenport gets the free throw to fall through. Davenport averaging 9 points a game. He has met that mark here tonight for the Midland High Kimmicks. Played as a freshman, did not play last year, and now as a junior back on the court for the Kimmicks. And Davenport hitting both of his free throws, back to a double-digit lead for the Kimmicks. 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. Working inside, Nolan Fisher will hand it back off to Danny Safadi. Safadi to Tolu Ocean, works back to Jordan Don. Don, three-pointer, count it. Sometimes you feel it, and Don dead, back to a single-digit deficit that Dow High's attempting to overcome. Three-pointer, no good by Barry. Davenport with the putback. That one gets the friendly bounce for Davenport. 33-24, 5 minutes to go, third quarter action. Boys basketball on the MCTV network. Drives inside, reverse layup, good pass and a good shot. Nick Bond able to lay it in for the Chargers.
Yeah, you got to know where Bond is. He's pretty sneaky.
On the far side, Abe Haddad, three-pointer, count it. The junior getting the bucket to fall through. He's got 6 points, all from the three-point line. One early, one a few moments ago. 10-point Midland High lead. Underneath and deflected away by the Kimmicks. Ryan Murphy will check back into the game for the Dow High Chargers. I believe Josh Hoffmeister has entered the game as well. Hoffmeister's got the basketball now. Feeds it over to Fisher. Fisher, couple of dribbles back out. Midland High's defense solid, as it has been for every moment except for the last 5 minutes of the second quarter, and that defense by Midland just forced a turnover.
Yeah, Midland has been playing really good defense right now, down underneath the basket in this second half.
Berry feeds it underneath. Great hesitation by Colin Haddad, and then he lays it in for Midland High. Kimmick equaling their biggest lead. It's a 12-point lead, and Mark Dickerson wants a timeout.
Well, let's see if the Chemics have learned something.
The coverage of this game produced by MCTV volunteers and staff. If you'd like to help create coverage of games like this one, sign up for the Media Creator Workshop. You will learn how to be a producer, create a studio program, use professional video cameras, and edit your video on professional software. Learn how your creation can be made into a podcast, YouTube video, and be seen worldwide on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, or even on the Cablecast Community Media app for Android and iOS systems. For more information, contact MCTV 837-3474, or you can log on to the City of Midland website. I'm a little disappointed because the Dow High student section and their leader just passed out candy, and I did not get a single piece.
Well, that's not fair.
That's what I'm saying. Hook shot by the Dow High Chargers doesn't fall through. Rebound, Drew Berry coming up with the board for Midland. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Fadeaway shot, count it. Drew Berry, the future UP Michigan Tech Husky, feeling it now, coming up with the shot for Midland High. Chargers trying to get something to go offensively, but Midland High's defensive adjustments have been very good, to say the least, and another turnover forced by Midland High's defense, forcing the Chargers out of bounds.
You know, if you didn't claim impartiality, I bet you would have gotten some candy.
Well, I've got to be impartial.
I know this, so I don't know why you're upset.
Well, because I'm a big guy, and I like candy.
Okay.
And I didn't get it. That's why I'm upset. Chargers working the ball to Ryan Murphy. Murphy has it knocked away, but it will stay in possession.
You happy now?
I'm going to save that for the next time we're on camera. Fadeaway shot. Doesn't fall through. Rebound pulled down by Midland High. 8 rebounds so far. Drew Berry lays it off the glass. Kimmick getting into a groove with 2:20 to go. 15 points now for Drew Berry in the game. Midland High's defense helping Midland High's offense. Chargers trying to make a difference. Hoffmeister drives into the paint but can't get the basket to go. Davenport will come back the other direction for the Midland High Kimmick. Couple of dribbles by Berry. Feeds it to Gabe Sokol from the elbow. Sokol getting the basket to go. Gabe Sokol, his first basket of the game.
When it rains, it pours. Wow.
Things going the way the Midland High Kimmicks wanted it to go after a disappointing end to the first half. The halftime talk making a big difference, and Midland High coming out here in the third quarter, starting to pull away in this crosstown battle. Chargers go inside to Fisher. Now they work it back out. Hoffmeister, no, excuse me, that was Murphy. That will work it back around.
Okay.
out of bounds, and it's going to be Dow High basketball if the Chemics will bring Dominic Kraus into the game. Just over a minute to play here in the third quarter. Ryan Murphy working for the Chargers. Back around the key to Danny Safadi. Safadi's been relatively quiet here in the third quarter, as has most of this Dow High Charger team. Tries to go inside, feeding it back to Fisher, knocked away. Chemics will come up with the ball.
And that's great defense. Great defense on the Chemics side.
Jason Davenport will slow things down. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Midland looking for the final shot. Chemics leading 44-26. Biggest lead Midland has had in this game. 15 seconds to go. Working to go into the paint. Nice hesitation by Colin Haddad. Can't get the shot to go, but Sokol is there for the putback. Sokol gets the bucket in. It's a 20-point lead for the Midland High Chemics. Murphy, three-pointer, doesn't fall through. Putback is no good. And the Chemics making a statement here in the third quarter. They led by 3 at halftime. And now the Midland High Chemics with a 20-point lead here at the end of the third quarter, 46-26 in favor of Midland.
That was huge. I mean, Midland recaptured what they had been missing. Their second quarter was flat, and I don't know how selfish it was, but they just weren't moving the ball. And it certainly helped having Barry starting to hit some shots.
Yeah.
And you had a lot of Chemics hitting some short-range shots and some three-pointers and playing really good defense.
There was definitely some great play by the Midland High Chemics here in the end of the third quarter. Turn your attention a little bit behind me, if you would, because we're going to bring somebody onto the screen momentarily. This young lady happens to be Julie Van Holstein right now, but come September, her last name is going to change because our director this evening, Chris Ferguson, is going to marry this lovely young lady come Labor Day weekend. So we definitely, well, I take any opportunity I can to embarrass people. So congratulations, Julie. And congratulations to Chris. I actually spoiled the surprise proposal during the last basketball game, so now we could officially make the statement and make it official. The proposal happened. It's official. They're getting married. Everybody's happy. Midland High will go to the free throw line. Colin Haddad drawing the foul. Chemics up by 20 here in the fourth quarter.
I quite honestly had no idea what you were up to, but it turned out okay. A general script that ended up landing on its feet.
Well, I can, from time to time, I can adjust and improv with the best.
You pulled it off, yep.
I am told in my ear what to do. I am just a puppet out here. Free throw is good for Haddad, 47-26. Midland leading in the fourth quarter. Dow High won the first battle back in December. Chemics making a strong statement here in the second half not to let that happen again. And a steal by Drew Berry. Lay it in on the other end.
Exclamation point.
That will get the Chemics student section pumped up indeed. The Chemics continuing to improve their advantage in this game.
And the adults down there in the student corner have got to keep them off the court.
Making the teachers and administrators earn their money. After a move like that, you have to celebrate. Yes. Dominic Kraus, three-pointer, count it. Everything going the way Midland High wants it to go. They have got their biggest lead of the game. Mark Dickerson needs a timeout, and the Chemics are fired up.
Did you see that Dominic went right to his dad?
See, Dad, I can hit that three-pointer. Let me shoot the ball more.
Well, let me tell you, his dad was turned around and Dominic nailed him right in the middle of his back.
52-46, the score in favor of the Midland High Chemics. Tell you what, if you've got a story to tell, if you're looking for a free speech public forum for your voice to be heard, then Midland Community Television is here for you. Individuals and nonprofits have been using MCTV for 37 years to share ideas, promote their services, raise funds, and build a greater sense of community in the Midland area. If you are interested in learning a new skill, promoting your club or nonprofit, promoting your hobby, creating a podcast or a YouTube video, or just looking to volunteer on productions such as this one, become an MCTV volunteer. 837-3474 is the number to call. You still do coin evaluation, Tom?
I still do.
Yes. There you go. Podcast, YouTube video.
I do.
You could use MCTV to talk about coins, showcase your collection.
I have got stories that would keep them on the edge of their seats.
See, I do.
And if you believe that, I've got some coins to sell you.
Three-pointer for the Chargers. Gets a friendly bounce. Jonah Don getting the shot for the Dow High Chargers. Just underway, fourth quarter action here on the MCTV network. Drew Berry pulls up in the paint, goes back to Dominic Kraus. That three-pointer a little bit too hard. Dow's Danny Safadi comes back the other way. Can't get the shot to fall. Drew Berry lost the handle, but recovers nicely. Now Safadi will come up with the steal. Safadi works it out to Jonah Don. Three-pointer, that one doesn't fall through. Colin Haddad will get the rebound. Great job all game long. Our camera crew, MCTV volunteers working hard to bring you high school sports. Three-pointer taken. That shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Chargers.
And one thing I've noticed is that this game is being refereed so well. The refs just are there, but they're not a part of the end result.
And that is something that that you like to see as the Dow High Chargers able to get the shot to fall through. Jason Andrzejewski, Greg Folsom, and Brian Morley are the three officials working the game tonight.
Yeah, I think they've done a very fair job.
Feed it out back to Kraus. Kraus will go inside, working the ball to Haddad. Haddad to Davenport. Davenport into the paint. Get the bucket to fall through.
Dow just can't quite figure out Davenport when he drives towards the basket.
He's got a good move. He is quick to the bucket, and Mark Dickerson is going to call another timeout. This one a 30-second timeout to get some new players into the game. 54-31 in favor of Midland High. And Tom, if you're Eric Kraus, you have got to be very pleased with the way that your players responded after halftime and took control of this game.
Yeah, but first you need to dissect how they got into the hole. They had a huge lead to begin with, and then they let Dow into the game, got them some confidence, and Midland High was not really moving the ball very well. And now with Midland High, you've got them driving to the basket, they're kicking it out to the corner. It's really spreading out Dow's defense and leaving a lot of spaces for Midland High to drive to the basket.
And the Kimmick team definitely still learning as the season goes on. I think at times Eric Kraus expects a little bit more out of them. There's the Kimmick student section, fired up indeed, and they should be the way that this game is going, all in favor of the Midland High Chemics. Looking to go into the paint. That is Josh Fazenko. He is a senior getting the bucket for the Chargers. 54-33, 4:15 to go. 21-point advantage, the biggest lead that Midland has had. Davenport working the ball. Midland may slow down the pace just slightly, but that is not something that Eric Krause likes to do, and the turnover is something that Eric Krause does not like to see, especially from Drew Berry.
Switch pivot feet? I don't know. That surprised me, but nobody's arguing it.
Inside the paint, the shot does not fall for Nolan Fisher. And the Chemics will come back the other direction. Davenport working the ball for Midland High. Drew Berry, three-pointer, count it. Every time Berry hits a three, the student section have to do push-ups, and he's got 20 points now for the Midland High Chemics, does Berry.
I think Berry had his Wheaties this morning.
Drew Berry had 26 points in the loss against Saginaw on Tuesday. He's got 20 here tonight. Berry, fadeaway shot. That one does not fall through. Follows the rebound, but can't get the putback to fall. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter on the other end. Nolan Fisher, we called for the shot. No, but now they changed it to a block.
Yeah.
So Nolan Fisher will go to the free throw line for the Chargers.
Yeah, that really was a block. Didn't have it, his feet set. And I think Dow needs as many opportunities with the clock stopped to try to eat back into this deficit.
57-36 in favor of Midland. Drew Berry, by the way, has got a double-double tonight. 20 points currently along with 10 rebounds. And a good feed for Midland High. Abe Haddad will put the basket in for the Chemics.
He's had a nice game.
8 points for Abe. 2:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Give and go, but Davenport there to come up with the steal. Colin Haddad feeds it to Davenport. Down to Abe. Three-pointer, no good. Chargers pulling down the rebound. Nolan Fisher will pull down the board. Quick three-pointer off the mark by Hoffmeister.
All right, are they going to try to slow things down, or I guess not?
Drew Berry goes the baseline. Now the reserves getting ready to come in for Midland High. If Drew Berry's got 22 points on the night, Chemics leading 61-36, and a blocking foul called. I believe they're going to get Turberg. That will send the Dow High Chargers to the free throw line. Nolan Fisher will be on the free throw line. That is 4 fouls on Turberg, but 5 players are getting ready to enter the game for Midland High. So the Midland High Chemics have got to be happy with their response to a 3-point lead at halftime that has now quickly evolved into what you see on the screen. So a lot of new players on the floor for Midland High. We will try to give them their just due as the game progresses. Both free throws missed, and the rebound pulled down by Caden McPhillips. He's a junior on this Midland High team. Gabe Sokol giving it to Dominic Krause. Krause picks up his dribble, goes back to Sokol. Sokol loses his handle. Nice job, Bobby Van Valkenburg rebounds it. Midland High will work it back out to Sokol. I've been meaning to ask Van Valkenburg why he cut his hair. He had the best mullet around last year, and now he's got a short haircut. Maybe there's a reason for it, but I miss the mullet.
He might have sold it.
I miss my mullet. I miss his mullet. I'm glad mullets are making a little bit of a comeback, though. That makes me happy.
Maybe in certain circles, but I'm not so sure you win the interview with a mullet.
Every interview is good if you interview somebody with a mullet. 90 seconds to go in the contest, and good defense by Van Valkenburg, but he will pick up the foul as Dolan Fisher kept going and going. Drew Berry exited the game, 22 points, 11 rebounds.
Nice
a double-double for Berry.
And really gave Midland High some stability. He and Davenport both played really good in that third quarter.
Dolan Fisher has struggled at the free throw line for the Chargers here tonight. He's 0 for 4. And now, apparently the Chargers were out of bounds. Maybe a lane violation? Lane violation is what it was. 61-36, the Midland High Chemics with the lead. And now Midland High will work to Gabe Sokol. Sokol will feed it to the baseline. And a basket by Caden McPhillips. You got to love when the reserves get to score. The starters cheering for McPhillips as he is in the scorebook with a basket for Midland. 1 minute to go. Hook shot is no good. Gabe Sokol will bring it back the other direction for Midland High. Sokol looking to go coast to coast. Can't get the shot to fall through. Battle for the rebound. Great hustle there. You love to see the hustle by Hudson Gerstacker into the game as a reserve, giving it all that he has. Great to see Eric Krause, I know, will be happy about that when he takes a look at the game film. Not so happy about the over and back. But great hustle by Gerstacker.
And if you've got a mathematical bent, we have a palindrome. 6336. Palindrome.
You do miss teaching, don't you, Tom?
Well, yeah. Forwards, backwards. Yeah.
That's how my life works. About 1 step forward and 3 steps backward. McPhillips getting another basket. Comes off the bench in the final 2 minutes. 4 points for McPhillips. Fadeaway shot by Hoffmeister is no good. Hoffmeister will get the ball back. Goes baseline again. The bucket and the foul. Hoffmeister with a chance for a 3-point play with 4 seconds to go here in the contest.
Well, they're battling.
And Hoffmeister does complete the 3-point play. And Midland High will let the final seconds come off the clock, and the Chemics will celebrate the win here tonight at their home gym. A little bit of a revenge based on what happened back in December. The Midland High Chemics were bound and determined not to have that happen a second time. And you talk about overcoming, they weren't a deficit. They went into halftime with a 3-point lead, but you knew they weren't happy with that, and they came out after that and played a tremendous third quarter that really turned around this contest.
Yeah, they played a great third quarter. Whatever Krause said to them at halftime, it really made sense because they started to play more as a team. Oh, look what we've got at midcourt.
Yeah, the celebration, the Chemic student section celebrating a win here tonight. Definitely something to cheer about, and the Midland High Chemics coming away with a victory here tonight. Midland High improving to 6-5 with the victory. Dow High Chargers dropping down to 2-8. But I tell you what, we were talking about it a few moments ago, Tom. This is what Eric Krause wanted to see. They almost pulled the upset over Saginaw on Tuesday, and here tonight they did what they had to do, and except for a couple of minutes, Midland High played great Chemic basketball.
Yeah, and it was Midland High's passing that really spread out Dow's defense that gave them all sorts of opportunities to go to the basket. That was huge in that second half.
In a couple of moments, you're going to see a lot of names scroll across your television screen. If you know any of the individuals that helped us out here on MCTV, thank them for bringing high school sports into your living room. Thank them for bringing high school sports onto your streaming device and your cell phone. And I tell you what, it's been fun. And if you're just tuning in, you caught the tail end of it. If you want to watch the entire game, it'll be replaying and available on demand on various streaming platforms. For our entire crew, MCTV staff Matt Thomas and Chris Ferguson, and for my broadcast partner Tom Bell, my name is Jason Harper. The final score, the Midland High Chemex 65, the Dow High Chargers 39. Thank you for watching high school sports on the MCTV network.
Producers and out to the community at large.
Your local public access facility gives you the opportunity to engage your community with your own television show. The content on our Community Voices channel ranges from talk shows, variety hours, and nonprofit informational specials. With the power of video continuing to gain steam, there's no better facility to produce your own content. Check out the City of Midland website or give us a call for more information. The sooner you do, the sooner you can make your own show.
MCTV gives you a chance to expand your horizons in terms of what you can express, that the rest of the community can benefit from witnessing it, and it gives you a chance to enrich others through your enrichment. I think that's really important. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whether you have a passion for political ideas or spiritual ideas, MCTV gives a voice to that, an opportunity for your voice to be heard.
Well, I think the major benefit for, besides entertainment value, because we've got a lot of different kinds of entertainment people can do, and it's very creative, I think the main thing is for nonprofit organizations to get the word out about services that they offer to the community, and things that they do for their clients in different ways. And I've done several different